Hi, I'm Dawn, and this is where Shabby meets Bling. I came across some inexpensive charger plates. They're the really, very inexpensive, cheap kind. They are plastic, they're very durable, and I got them at a resale shop. I picked up 4 of them, and then I started cleaning my garage and realized that I had an entire stack of them. So I need to do something creative with these, and I've got an idea. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to take one of the pieces of pottery that I've collected and take the pattern off of that and try to duplicate it on my charger plates. So we're gonna give it a whirl. I've never done this before, but I'm gonna give it a try. So let's enhance some inexpensive charger plates. This is the piece of porcelain that I was telling you about that I'm going to try to recreate this little bunny design with the carrots, and I'm going to try to place it in the exact same spots on my chargers. This is Portuguese vintage pottery and I love it. So the first thing I'm going to do is take just a piece of brown paper and I'm going to try to create an outline of the bunny pattern. And that's all I need is just an outline. I need his little face because I'm going to trace this. I'm going to trace this on our very, very inexpensive charger plate, which I have a million of, it seems. So seriously, I think I have like 20. So gonna get a cute little, just a very vague shape, and you'll see why it doesn't have to be very specific. There's my little bunny stencil. Now I just need to cut it out. And you will see it's in 2 different parts, and that's so I can move it around easily to fit the charger. The cheap chargers are not all uniform around the edge for some reason. And oh yeah, there's my supervisor. Next thing we need to do is sand the charger, because this thing is going to get all kinds of paint, because I love paint. I love paint. So I used a 400 grit, and I'm going to give it a nice sanding all over, and then we'll move on to the next step. Make sure you wipe down your charger really well, and if you want to wash this thing, do it now to get the stickers off, so that way you don't interfere with the paint process as we go. Now I'm taking my plate and lining up so that all 3 positions of the carrots and the bunnies are in the same location on my charger plate. And I'm going to start with the carrots. It doesn't matter if you make a mistake here, because paint will cover everything. So you just want like a very vague outline of your carrots and their little stems. And now it's the bunny rabbits. It's their turn. Now this, you want to be a little more precise in their location so that you do duplicate your pattern properly. And you just need to trace it. I mean, once again, just a vague outline of this bunny rabbit, and that's all you need. And now his head and the rest of the bunnies. Now it's time for the fun part. Paint! Paint! One thing you have to remember here is we are going to be painting this thing with spray paint when we're done, when it's all dry and we have all our layers on it. So as long as you keep the shape of the bunny itself, you're fine. I mean, you're totally fine. So I'm outlining my bunny. Now I'm filling it in. And one thing you want to make sure you do here is to make sure that you don't leave a lot of lines as you're filling it in. Try to make it a consistent, like level layer of paint. This is what it's going to look like when you're done. If you notice around his little hunches, his little legs, it's much thicker. The paint is much thicker. Here I'm using my toothpick to kind of pull away some paint where his little body came way too close into contact with his ear, and we need the definition between the body parts. That's very, very important. And that's what it looks like after my first coat. 2 more coats to go. Here's my first coat of paint, and it is it's just a matte pink, and you can see that I'm hitting it very lightly because I'm going to come back and hit it a second time. So this is the paint I use. Actually, it's the Rust-Oleum Ultra Matte Rustic Pink, and it's my base coat, and that's 2 coats. And let's face it, it looks pretty decent just like that. You could, especially for Easter, you know, spring, it's very pretty, but we need some bling. Time to bling it out. Bling it out. This is the look we're looking for. A hammered copper. That's what I want my charger plate to look like. Hammered copper. Here's my next color. It is a metallic copper. And it is so pretty. And if you notice, it's really filling in the little indentations and making the bunny look more real. Now I've got my Fusion, which is a hammered copper, and I'm spritzing it. I'm just holding it back and just spritz little bits, because I want this to look like hammered copper. This did have 2 coats of the metallic copper before I came in with my hammered copper. And this is gonna make it look like there's like little dents. This stuff is amazing. I love the metallics and the hammered metallics. If you've not tried them, you really should. They're really amazing. So this is where we started. Inexpensive plastic charger plates. And remember, our goal was to have our dimensional bunnies and to have a hammered copper look. So here's our hammered copper, and there's our dimensional bunnies. There we have it. Bunny chargers with my bunny plates. I am so thrilled. I'm really happy with the outcome. This is definitely something I'll try again, and maybe I'll even do more than just the 4 that I did. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give it a like. Don't forget to subscribe. Support the channel, subscribe. For now, this is Dawn with Shabby Meets Bling. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.